Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you for stopping in. Today, we have another episode of Gear and Gadgets to get into. We got several things to unbox, a couple other things to dig into. Before we get started, make sure you are subscribed here to the channel. I release daily knife and EDC content just like this. Hit that thumbs up button. That helps push the video out there to more people, and let us know what you're carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. So we are at a little bit different angle here today, and that's mainly because of this. And this decision was not taken lightly. It wasn't made lightly. I did order a new sling bag. This is something I picked up right from Amazon. This is the TomTalk Aviator T33, and I'll have this linked down below, down in the description, as well as the rest of the items here on the video, as long as it is in stock. So this is their 3.5 liter bag. And when I say this decision wasn't taken lightly, I looked at bags all over the place in all kinds of different price ranges, up to $120, $130. And you know, did I find some up there in that 110, 120 range that would have fit me very well and that were cool, and a nice brand or a good brand? Yeah, there was. But I landed on this one because not only does it aesthetically meet what I'm looking for, it also has materialistically what I'm looking for as well. So one of the main attractions to this thing is the price tag. It's under 50 bucks, and it's going to fluctuate under that price range. So under 50 bucks for this. I think I paid like 45 or somewhere right around in there. So price tag is awesome. It's also water resistant nylon fabric. So I like that as well. This is something I plan on taking with me everywhere, whether I'm home or away from home. I plan on taking this bag with me, and I will be doing either a separate video, or if you guys would like, a live stream, and we'll set this thing up one way or the other, and then we'll have a completed product, and I can show you guys kind of what it looks like empty and also filled up, but we'll do that in a separate video. So we got the water resistant nylon fabric. It's also a good size. This is 3.5 liter. They also make a 1.5 liter. So if this looks like it's a little too big for you, they make a smaller one. And then they have larger ones as well. So I like the size, the price, the materials. Now we are looking at 3 separate openings. Now this would be the front of the bag here. We have a nice large pocket here and a key ring lanyard there attached, and then 2 individual pockets behind this bigger pocket. And they do this orange backer just so things are easier to see inside the pocket there. So that'll be the front. Good size and good YKK zippers, some of the best zippers in the game. They might not be the best in the world, but YKK zippers are pretty good zippers. I have never had any complaints of my own, and I have a ton of backpacks, pouches, sling bags that have YKK zippers, and they're one of my favorites. Now, this is the main portion of the sling bag here, and we kind of have a partial mixture between the orange backer there. We do have the TomTalk stitched on the inside. All the stitching looks really good. Everything's really nicely finished. Now this is going to be a larger pocket here, and that's just going to be nice and open. And then we have a divider with a couple of individual pouches, and that is kind of like a mesh, stretchy mesh material there. And then you have a large opening here, and we have a internal zippered area here. Now I did watch some videos on this. I did read some reviews. I don't remember every intricate thing, so you guys are kind of learning right along with me. I do know some stuff, but I did forget about this internal zipper pocket here. So that's really nice. And I wanted this large enough in case I ever decided to put a concealed carry in here, or if I wanted to, something small, right? So that was kind of why I went with this size. But also, you know, I'm not a small person. So a bag like this is a fairly small bag, but I can fit a lot of useful stuff in here. So I like this size that this one is. I might end up checking out a 1.5 as well, because they're very affordable. And it wouldn't hurt to have. But I think that'll ultimately be too small for most of the situations I will ever be in, right? And then we have on the backside, what'll be the backside of the sling bag is just a large open pocket here, one way YKK zipper. We have the orange backer here, and then we move to the strap here. And another thing that sold me on this one is because of the strap itself. That is another thing that sold me on this bag. It's got a nice, thick, heavy strap, nice wide strap, and that's all the things you want to look for. You don't want something real thin, real skinny. That can get fatiguing. So something like this is going to be a lot better. And if it's a bother to you, even in this stage, they do make like paddings you can get to put around this if you know you had to or whatever. But the other thing is going to be a brand name durable Duraflex buckle right here. So these are name brand buckles, Duraflex buckles, and they are rigid, heavy duty buckles. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. Something that's going to be very dependable, but going to be easy to take off if I need to ever do that. Some of the other sling bags I looked at were in either a very awkward spot, like behind you. You know, if this is on your chest, this is going to be right there at your shoulder. If it's back here, it is going to be in the middle of your back. So it's not as convenient. Is it, you know, extremely inconvenient? No, but being right up near your shoulder is going to be way more convenient for my purposes, right? So we're going to do a full video on this thing. I am really pleased with it initially here. We'll get it all set up one way or the other. You guys will have to let me know. Should I just do it during a normal video and I'll just put stuff, try stuff, or we can do it in a live stream format and we can figure things out that way. You guys will have to let me know down in the comments. So the next item here is going to be something else that I picked up, and it's from this company called INIV. And this is a power bank here, and you guys know, or for the people who watch the channel routinely or have been around for a little while, I like my power banks, and I like trying different power banks out. And this is one I've never tried before, and it has really good reviews. Now, this is saying that it's supposed to be a 10,000 milliamp hour battery. Now, there's some reviews of people who have tested that out, and it's coming up somewhere between 5 and 10, but not quite at 10. But basically, based off the price tag of this and the performance of it, it is a very good deal, especially for the size. So we have very nice packaging here. There we have our battery. And I always say, if you're new to the channel, oh, nice little drawstring pouch there and a charging cord for the battery bank. If you're new to the channel, I always say it's a good idea to have a couple of power banks, battery banks just like this. So let's set this stuff to the side. They just come in very handy in an emergency, or even not in an emergency. I literally use a power bank every single day, every day, most of the day, because I have to keep, I have 2 phones, and I have other things that, you know, require battery and charging. So I'm just constantly, every single day, using a battery bank. They're just very handy no matter what kind of, you know, in the day and age we live in, with all the technology that's out there that requires battery, it's an awesome piece of equipment to have with you to power your different stuff. So I don't know anything about this. It does have a in and out USB-C and then 2 USB-A outs. So that is a nice touch right there. A lot of companies will charge you more, like Anchor will charge you $5, $10 more to get the capability of an out USB-C or a two-way USB-C. So as I said, they have this listed as a 10,000 milliamp hour, but this thing, if I didn't say, is coming in under 25 bucks. Right now, I think they have it listed at 21. I think I paid 20 for it. So something this slim and something this small, even if this was 5,000 for 20 bucks, that's not bad at all. So very good. We're going to have to test this. I'm going to have to test this, but this one unit right here has over 25,000 reviews on Amazon alone. So, and not everyone who buys one is reviewing it. It's probably more like one person out of every 3 or, 4. So there could be hundreds of thousands of these roaming around, or 100,000 of these things. So I think it would be safe to say the history on this is kind of out there right now. So we have a good idea on if this is going to last. And I want to say that's so you can put your phone in here while it's charging and use this as a stand right here. So that's a cool little added feature. And then you have this side power button here, and that is going to tell you your display there, how much battery life this thing has. And I think it tells you also that it's charging. It'll show the charging symbol, and it'll show you that it is going up. 22.5 watts. It's got the fast charge, and then it's designed by, like I said, INIU. It's a company, they've been around for a little while, long enough to get 25,000 plus reviews on this unit here. So there you can see 10,000 milliamp hours. But, I can't say that I recommend this based off, the little bit of research I did on it and whatnot. It seems like it's a good deal. Time will tell. If you're really looking for a battery bank, I always recommend the Anchor 10,000, the basic one. You can get them for 20 bucks or under. You're guaranteed a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, which is going to charge your phone, close to 2 times, pretty close at least anyway. And that's power that, it's something that's imperative, in my opinion, in the world we live in today. It's imperative to have extra power at your disposal. So the next item we got here is a flashlight, and this is coming in from Workos. Love Workos' flashlight. Great flashlights, great people. Shout out to them for sending this in for us to take a look at. Always great packaging. This is called the HD11, and I've seen this model a ton, and I'm excited to check this thing out. It has a rotatable head, I believe. So very nice packaging. User manual, a card letting you know that there's a tag over the battery, most likely a lanyard, a nice long charging cord, which is awesome. I can't stand those real dinky, small charging cords like this. Send us a good one. Send us at least a 3-footer, and Workos does, which I really appreciate. And then we have our flashlight here. So this is more of a mid-sized flashlight, I would say. And for the people wondering, I'll give it a little measure here. We're looking at just shy of 5 1/4. So it's not a huge flashlight. Like I said, more of a mid-sized flashlight. In my fist, a little bit will be poking out there. And some people want that right there for using their flashlight as like a striking implement. So some people really want this size, really enjoy this size. So that head, look at that. That is awesome. And it's clean looking too. Real clean. You don't even notice it. The machining is so good. I mean, you can see that little slit there, but the machining is so clean. You wouldn't know that if you didn't know that, right? So very nice. You have the capability to kind of turn this into a forward-facing light. You know, if you have this clipped on your backpack or your t-shirt or whatever, you can move that head and shine that forward. Or if you got a ball cap on, you can clip this on your ball cap and use it as a headlight or use it as a handheld. Very nice. Now, let's go ahead. Aluminum body here with all kinds of milling. We have a steel pocket clip here, and we do have a magnetized bottom, probably 18650. There's your tag you always want to remove or it'll never work. And we are looking at an 18650, which is good to go with me. I have a ton of them, and I like the capability that an 18650 gives me out of my various flashlight. Now, as far as specs go and whatnot on this, these come in around 45 bucks, and they're going to almost always have some sort of coupon code going with them, and this one does right now. It's coming in $45 with a 20% coupon code, so well under 40 bucks. We're looking at 1,800 lumens for our max output on this thing. And then we have it's more of a crossover light as far as what this is kind of attacking. It's a spotlight, floodlight type combination light. IP68 waterproof, which is exactly what we want to see out of our everyday carry flashlight or something we're going to be using fairly heavily. We want to see that 8. We want to see that 6.8. That's good. That means this thing is basically almost impenetrable, right? Dust and debris are not going to affect this at all. And then water is going to have a tough time getting into this unless it's just left at the bottom of the pool for a couple weeks or, you know, at the bottom of the ocean. Now we are looking at USB-C recharging there, and you can always charge it that way, or you can take the battery out and charge it externally, which, you know, if you have that kind of time and you have the money to pick up a charger, that's how I recommend doing it. Do I always do that now? No way. I don't have the time, but, you know, could I make the time? I probably could, but I don't care enough. But if it's going to be your main flashlight and you really want to take care of it and the batteries that you have, I have, you know, 20 or 30 of these batteries. So it's not a huge deal to me, right? But if you want to take care of your flashlight and your battery that comes with it, that's how I recommend charging it. It's going to last a lot longer externally through a charger like that than charging it through the flashlight. It's just better for the battery. So they're saying 2 meters for 30 minutes. That's pretty impressive. This can go into 2 meters of water and hang out down there for 30 minutes and be fine. As far as the user interface, it's just a simple tap on, and it'll let you know it's on, and that indicator light will be green if it's got a decent charge, and it'll be red when you get below 50%. So we probably hold it in, and that'll cycle us through all our different levels there. Low, medium, high, or it's probably moonlight, low, medium, high. And then a double click will probably be turbo. Yep, that is turbo, and that's going to be your 1,800 lumens, and that is putting off a nice amount of light. And I can definitely see it is definitely a floody light, but I do see the throw capability, but it is definitely a floodlight. So if that is something you are looking for, this might be a good option. Now, probably a triple click for, oh, this has a red light in it. No kidding. Blinking red. Okay. So how do you get to, whoa, sorry. Oh, there's SOS, I think. Oh, no, I just locked it. So 4 is locking it. So maybe it doesn't have, we won't get into that. We'll do another video on this after I get some time with it. This is not a review of this. It's not a review of the battery bank, and it's not a review of the sling bag. This is merely me just showing you the items, unboxing them, and telling you my thoughts on the items as we check them out. I will be doing separate videos on these items in the future and letting you know what I think of them and how they have held up, all that sort of thing. So stick around and we will be touching on all of that stuff. These videos are going to continue coming several times a week. If I had the ability and the time, I would be putting one up almost every morning. I just don't have the time to get the videos ready to do that. So I'm putting them out as often as I can, whether we're unboxing stuff or just talking about other gear that we've, just gotten or that we're reviewing, whatever it might be. We have a ton of stuff to cover and go over, and it's only going to get more extensive as we get to Christmas time and all that sort of thing. We're going to have a ton of gear to check out and go over and review. It'll be awesome, especially if you are a gearhead. And if you are a gearhead, let me know down in the comments. Love hearing from you guys. Let me know what you thought of the Tom Talk sling bag, flashlight, battery bank. Tell me you got a battery bank. Let me know what kind of flashlight you're rocking. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I always appreciate that, everyone. If you're new here, I release daily knife and EDC content just like this. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Ring the bell. That'll notify you anytime I release new content. I will put up a couple of new videos. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I will catch you on the next one.